There's a fairy here that I made earlier. She's got no hair. This is the pipe cleaner end sticking out at the top, which is quite normal. And she's got no wings at the moment. So I'm going to show you how to make the wings. When you get your long strand of wool in your fairy box, this is a merino wool top, then the instructions will tell you to tear off 2 parts of it. And to tear off a top, that's really, so I show you how to tear off, how to separate a wool top, because we never cut it. Don't cut it, okay? Don't cut it, don't cut it, don't cut it, just tear it. But if you're trying to do this, you might call a really strong person in your household. In my household, it's my daughter. But I don't need to call her because I know how to tear wool tops really easily. You don't need any strength. You just need to go counterintuitive and actually just pull very gently and let the fibers separate itself. Now we want you to do this so that you get the shortest part twice. Okay, so get your shortest part twice, and these 2 parts you're going to put to one side, and they're going to be your wings. Well, your fairies' wings. You can wear them too if you want. And then the rest of it will become the fairy's top dress. So this is basically what you will have left, and that should be plenty to dress the fairy from top to bottom, basically. But I wanted to show you how to do the wings. So I've shown you how to tear the wool, and now I'm going to show you how to do the wings. So you have these 2 pieces of wool, and we want them, eventually we want the wing to look like that. But these 2 pieces aren't like these 2 pieces. You're going to put the pieces on top of each other, so you have one thick wool strand here, okay? So ignore that these are on top of each other. We're not making the wings so that you suddenly have 2 ends like that. That's not how we're making the wings. We're actually putting the 2 on top of each other. That's quite it's very clear in the instructions, but I thought I'd give you a little bit of a help here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just gently pinch them in the middle. And I've pulled that mat in, but I don't actually need it because, as I say, you don't need to needle felt with the fairies very much at all, and you certainly don't need a mat. So I've got my 2 pieces on top of each other, and now I'm pinching them in the middle, and I lay them on the back of the fairy here, and I just stab into the center consistently. So I'm felting the 2, and I'm just going to zoom in a bit so you can see this much easier. So I'm felting the wings onto the just bear with me. I'm just adjusting the camera a bit so that I can actually something's happened here. It's had a bit of a, I don't know, it must have been having a party in the night. It's moved. So all I'm doing is I'm fastening these wings in the center onto the fairy and at the back, and I'm only felting it in that middle part. Okay. And then once you've done this, the wings are actually fastened on after the hair, but I thought I'd show it to you this way because it's easier to show you the difference. So you've got the wings are doubled up at the moment, and once you've felted them onto the center, I'm not even sure it's the center, not watching what I'm doing. Once you've felted them on, then you're going to split them. So now you're splitting the fairy wings entirely new, and you're just teasing these fibers out. Just very gently, like that. Give it a bit of a twizzle. And then when you turn it over, you can see that they're forming almost like the petals, another part of the sunflower like the petals. So that is basically how you give the fairy her wings.